to Texas Business Radio. We got a wonderful show for you today. We're pretty excited about it. You know, a month or so ago, we talked about outsourcing and why in the world do you want to take some of the functions, kind of back office functions of your business, and why do you want to get those off of your plate? Every company is very, very good at whatever it is they do. They're good at operations. That's why they're in business. They're not always experts at the back office stuff, and there is a lot of room to unload some overhead to make sure that you are getting your back office stuff taken care of in the manner that you need it taken care of. So we're going to talk again about outsourcing, and we got a slate of folks you're really going to enjoy. And I think it may open your eyes a little bit to some possibilities of what maybe you don't have to do as a CEO that you have been doing, or maybe you have somebody you brought in full-time and you maybe don't need a full-time person. So hopefully we have some information for you that you're going to find valuable. I'm your host, Matt Register, here as always with Jay Curry. Jay, what's up?
Well, I'll tell you what, as you know, there's an old saying that you need to do what you do and do well and make money at and let somebody else do the other. And that's what this is all about, getting some quality people in to fill the holes. And it's a major trend, and I'm glad we're doing another program on it. This is going to be exciting.
It's going to be exciting. We're going to jump right into it here in a second, but get your calls in. We got a 24-hour answer line, guys, 844-814-8144. Get your calls into our 24-hour answer line. Stephen King is the president and CEO of GrowthForce, and he is here in the studio to tell us a little bit about GrowthForce. Stephen, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, Matt, nice to have you.
So tell us a little bit about GrowthForce.
GrowthForce is an outsourced bookkeeping, accounting, and controller service for companies that use QuickBooks. We have a dedicated team in our Kingwoods, Texas service center with a state-of-the-art smart back office. So you can get actionable financial intelligence to be able to make data-driven decisions instead of just hiring one person who can do your bookkeeping.
Now, QuickBooks is, I would take a guess, you probably have much better information than I, but everybody uses QuickBooks, right? I mean, that is the biggest platform, I would guess, for small to medium business.
Yeah,
for accounting.
Intuit claims 88% market share of the addressable space.
There you go. I would believe that. So you guys are exclusive to QuickBooks, and really what you're doing is you're taking a guy who has outgrown himself or his wife or a family member keeping the books, and it's time to have a little more professional job. Is that accurate?
Yeah, typically you get to about $1 million in revenue, and the office manager who is handling the books and the IT and the HR and the facilities and making sure there's toilet paper in the bathroom is not able to focus on collections and the billing and all the things that are critical to cash flow.
So, you would bring you guys in, and essentially what this saves that company from doing is having to hire a full-time bookkeeper, which maybe they don't have time for, but you guys coming in to do it might be able to do it a lot more economically than they can.
Yes. Plus, when you get to a certain size, you start needing more than a bookkeeper. You need a controller. You need an accountant. Bookkeeping's cash basis, right? Money in, money out. So you run the business looking at how much cash I've got at the end of the month in the bank. What we got is management reporting and management accounting, which is basically helping you make data-driven decisions.
So this is more than just accounting for paying taxes at the end of the right. I mean, this is well beyond that. This is decision-making information that pops out of your books. This is next-level stuff, guys. I mean, this is what we've been preaching for a long time. I mean, you're spending effort and doing your accounting. You might as well have it give you actionable information.
Yeah, all for about 30% less, too, because of the automation, the technology that exists today. You can pay your bills on your phone, and it costs, according to the Wall Street Journal, $12 to write one check. And we've got it all automated and integrated so that you have scanned images and multiple levels of approval and everything that you can need to run your company on your iPad, on your phone.
Well, and that's pretty freeing when that actually happens. The integration part of it is always tough. And I would guess you guys, after having done hundreds of companies, thousands of companies, right? You get pretty good at the integration side because that's tough no matter who you are or what you're doing. I mean, that's always the hard part, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It all comes down to having that business process automation. And because we are the accounting department, we're not selling a software. We're delivering financial reports and management data. So our job is to make sure all that integration works. We don't get paid extra for having to fix it. So we have chosen a select group of applications that help to automate billing, collections, bill payment, time tracking, expense management, and reporting, so that you get this bundle with a dedicated team, your bookkeeper, your accountant, and your controller, that give you that weekly and monthly financial. So you have your fingers on the pulse of the decisions you need to make.
So what is the biggest mistake? And I'm sure you have seen guys that are trying to do this on their own that try to, what's the biggest mistake without not using a professional that people make trying to do this?
Well, it's all over the map. I think the biggest is a single point of failure. Relying on one person to have the skills of a bookkeeper and deal with the banks and the IRS and your CPA, and you end up either overpaying and hiring a higher qualified person to do the bookkeeping, or you're underskilled to do the financial intelligence work. And what our model is a menu-based model, so you can pick and choose what you want to outsource. If you've got a good office manager or a good bookkeeper, you should keep them. They're trusted. But that person who's writing the check should never reconcile the bank account.
Right.
So we come in and just fill in the gaps. You keep the people that are good, and let us take on the pieces that you're not good at.
So, Stephen, this is a pick and choose what you need. You bring the whole game there, and if they've got some strengths, that's great. You can complement them and fill in what they don't have.
That's exactly right. We've got clients who've got great CFOs, went out and helped them raise some money, but that CFO didn't want to build and maintain an accounting department, so we become their staff. Or the flip side, they've got that trusted bookkeeper, but one person shouldn't do it all.
No,
Wow.
that makes a lot of sense. Now, outsourcing is a growth business. It's been growing very fast over the last several years. How has that affected you guys?
Well, we really feel blessed to have been in a space, first in the Houston economy that has really been strong for a long time. But because we're web-based, it's global. We're on every single continent except for Antarctica. And what that means...
No marketing people there?
The Penguins just don't have any discretionary funding. But the model works because once somebody signs up with us, Chief Outsiders is one of your sponsors. We're the outsourced accounting department for Chief Outsiders. And what Art will tell you is on day one, after our 30-day onboarding, they could see a change in the way they ran their company immediately. The peace of mind, the operational efficiency, and the financial intelligence just becomes from our 25 years of doing it.
Now, and Chief Outsiders is one of our sponsors, and I know Art and those guys, and that is a very well-run company. How are you able to take somebody that maybe is running a little less sophisticated? I mean, those guys are very sophisticated in the way they run their business. Everybody isn't necessarily like that, but you can help guys that aren't there to that level, certainly, right?
Absolutely. We have startups that are pre-funding that what we do is we just help them get the foundation, get the basics in place. Let's make sure that when they are ready to grow to the next level, they've got all the pieces. The people are there and the systems are there.
Wonderful. Well, Stephen King is the president and CEO of GrowthForce here joining us in the studio. Stephen, what's the easiest way for somebody to get in touch with you? Somebody likes the idea. What's the best way to get more information?
Our website is www.growthforce.com, and our phone number is 281-358-2007, or you can always email me at steve@growthforce.com.
All right, growthforce.com, growthforce.com. Guys, don't take notes. We're going to have links to all of this on the website at texasbusinessradio.com. Stephen King, thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Jim.
And we're looking forward to having you back over the next couple of months. Guys, if you have not been to the website, you want to see this entire broadcast in beautiful high-definition video, texasbusinessradio.com, texasbusinessradio.com. Don't forget to get your questions in, 844-814-8144, or use hashtag TBR on Twitter. We got to go pay a couple of bills. We'll be right back right after this. RREA Media has an exciting new product available to companies and organizations who are teaching classes and want to offer those classes online. Introducing Easy Distance Learning. Easy Distance Learning is a video-based distance learning system that allows companies and organizations to leverage their existing classroom content into a broader reach and increased revenues. Did you know that the rate of growth of distance learning is 10 times that of classroom education? And 66% of chief academic officers think distance learning is critical to their long-term strategy. Right now, 33% of higher education students are taking at least one online class. Companies and organizations not offering a distance alternative to in-class instruction risk being left behind. Video-based distance learning has three basic components: classroom capture, post-production, and content distribution. Easy Distance Learning is a comprehensive and modular system that covers all three components that can help your organization with what you are missing in offering a quality and convenient online learning experience. You choose the parts you need help with. Easy Distance Learning offers another revenue stream, a broader reach of your existing content, and a professional presentation with a great learner experience. Contact us today for a free estimate and see how Easy Distance Learning can take your company or organization to the next level.